and welcome to Black Country Blitz PC Gaming. Well, it's nice to be back here on the channel. Now, if you've been wondering where I've been, well, we had to finish that 4-letter swear word work, and lo and behold, once I finished work and had like a week's rest, I thought, you know what, I'm start my streaming, get some streams in, and bang, the first obstacle hit me, which was OBS. It didn't matter what game I loaded up, just would not stream at 60 frames a second. And I bet it's took me nearly 3 weeks to try and find the problem, to put it right. And all it was to tell OBS to open up as administrator on the PC. So if anybody else is having this problem now with any game not loading up, then that is the issue. Then, secondly, I updated my audio drivers, and I couldn't get the audio to play right on my PC. The noise from my audio, so say if I opened up a game, all the audio would come through the microphone as well as through the desktop audio, yeah? So I'm thinking, okay. Now I had this problem a few years previously. So I'm thinking, okay, it's to do with the sound drivers, it's picking up like an echo or another, like I've turned something on that needs to be turned off to stop doubling up on the audio. So when you've got like NVIDIA graphics card, you have their little bit of software, and you have something else, and you have so it gets a little bit hard and trying to pinpoint what the problem is. Anyway, eventually I've sorted that, so audio comes out of the audio from the games will come out the proper thing, and the microphone audio will just come out the mic, yeah, not have 3 things going on. So that is now a God bless. Now the audio might be a little bit different as well. I've gone through and we've changed audio settings. Now there's a fantastic guy on the net that does this by helping people out with OBS. So I followed him today. I'll say today. This morning, it's nearly 1:45 in the morning. I know it's late, and I'm sure there's nobody going to be watching this now, but people that do follow my channel have the opportunity to watch more content later rather than when it's actually going out live. It's just I just fancy doing a live stream just to let you know what's going on, why I've been about and that. So, oops. Right then, let's get this on and let's get delivering. So, hope everybody out there who follows the channel and doing well. I've got some catching up with a certain few people. Thank you to the new people that have subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it.
Turn left.
Now, I've said for some time that we're going to be doing the rig, doing it up, changing this, changing that. Well, I'm actually going to do it in the next 2 weeks. The rig will be moved. I've got new cameras to set up. I've got this and that. I've even bought some RAM as well. I had my RAM delivered yesterday, meaning Friday. I've got 64 gig of RAM to stick in the machine. Again, at the moment where PC is sort of like in that direction, it's a little bit hard to get at it. So when I actually dismantle everything to move it, I shall then put me 64 gig of RAM in. Now I realise that I can max this board out for the full 120 gig, and at one stage RAM was really expensive. So I was like, do I really want to, spend my money on something that I ain't going to use? And then I went to where I bought the PC from, which is Scan Computers, up in Bolton. And the RAM is like, okay, it still cost me £130. It's a lot cheaper than I expected it to be. So now I read, because I thought it was a RAM problem, why I was having a lot of issues, and I think some of it is towards that, not having enough RAM. 16 ain't enough when you've got other things running. When I was looking at the PC in what I load up, such as the vibrating cushion, track IR, OBS, this and that, you're soon eating out of 16 gig. It just wore enough. So having 64 will help. Do I really need to up it to 128 and max the RAM out? Well, it will mean I can do a lot more things here on this PC. The reason why that is, one, I got the better graphics card on this PC. So when it comes to editing videos, I can get them out faster, do a few special effects, which I could do. I can do them on the other one, but it means I've got to transfer everything over from one PC to another one, where if I've got the PC here with the same, like resources I've got on the other one, then I can do a lot more things. So I'm going to see and just how it is, and if so, I'm going to max the motherboard out with 128. I could change the power pack. Sorry, I could change the graphics card. Again, otherwise I've got to start changing power packs in my computer. As if I wanted a 490, then I'll need at least a 900 watt power pack. And I don't want to start taking my PC apart just to add a power pack. This will do for what gaming I do. Every game so far I can run at ultra settings. So that's why I was struggling to think, well, why am I not getting 60 frames a second when I was before with OBS? So I'm glad that's sorted. There's no really point in upgrading a graphics card. My 2080 Ti will do the job for me at the moment. I'd rather buy a new PC without me doing anything if I do decide to upgrade to a better graphics card. Because when I weigh it up, a new graphics card, you're looking at what, 1,200? I don't know, a couple of £100 at least for a new power pack. All the hassle, for a couple of more thousand, I might as well just be done with it and get the PC without all the headaches. Yep. So for the time being, though, I'll stick with what I've got. I'm happy. Besides that, everything else is running as it is intended. Oh dear. So now I just hope to get back into streaming the games that we like. I've also I bought a few games as well, and a few add-ons. Now, I've never been a big lover of R Factor 2. I played it a few times, But I was looking a few weeks back, and the only game that does proper touring cars is R Factor 2. So I went and I got their British Touring Car Pack, and I tell you what, I really enjoyed it. Now there's only 4 circuits that's official. I have got to go and try and get a few others, see if they're on the Steam Workshop, and I'm going to do a little series on British touring cars, so look out for that. As it's always good to watch the original people driving these touring cars and then think, you know what, said it before, come on the sim and think I can recreate that, or you know, to my best abilities, because how good they model the circuits, the cars. And I mean, these official cars, the British Touring Cars pack from R Factor, have been really well modelled. I was actually watching footage of the 2023 race for the British Touring Cars at one of the venues, and I'm thinking, wow, this is just like playing R Factor. It really, they look that good in the game. So that's another one to play. Plus we've got a load of new things as well coming out with Automobilista 2. Also a set of course competition. So the summer's looking pretty good for new content across the games. I brought a few new VR titles as well. Again, better for me once I can move this sim rig, then I can use this for VR to do my streaming and stuff like that. So I've got to wait for the 2 weeks before I can start making changes to my room. As anybody that's followed the channel for a bit will know, I ain't got that much room to do and set up things like I really would like to do, but you have to wait around with what you've got, don't you?
And then turn left.
Anyway, so let's get this into my lower gear. Right, we've got a port, brakes on. Again, I do believe we've got a few new DLCs coming with this game as well, I think. Now I put the new version of what is it, Pro Mods on, because with the problems I've had, I thought, you know what, I can't play the game, it's no good with doing Pro Mods. But I need to find there's nothing wrong with the game, so I apologise for not actually had to go at SCS Software. I've had to go at a few other companies saying, you know, you want to optimise your games properly, I need to find it was nothing to do with them. Me bad. But, you know, it does make you think with companies sending out loads of updates and not changing any other settings as well as other things. So it does make you think, and they're messing the games up that don't really need to be. But in my case, all that. But again, you learn by the mistakes, don't you? But at least I know now if anything ever went wrong with OBS, that's the thing I need to change. Because there's nothing on OBS forum to tell you anything about it, and I mean that. Not a dicky bird telling you about it. To be truthful, I can't really remember where I found. Oh, right, I've come in the wrong entrance. Where I actually found it, what I did, on what site. I mean, if anybody has ever played the Euro Trucks, even on low spec res, I lowered all the resolutions and everything to the lowest bit, and I was still getting like 13 frames a second. I was like, this ain't right. So to have it working again, and enjoy the games that were, it was a nightmare. And I hope I've travelled with that trailer properly. Otherwise I've got to go back. Yeah, I've got it. When you do, you know, you buy your games and you think, what the bloody hell? It ain't working. Why? Oh, that was another thing, and all the vibrating cushion sound card were working neither. Oh, that was something else that went wrong. Do you have a separate sound card for that?
Get ready to turn left.
Right, we're going to do quite a few streams tonight on here. So if you're joining me, we're up for a bit of at least 2 or 3 hours. Thank you for the like, whoever that person is. I hope you're doing well. Here on, is it Saturday today or Friday? What am I doing it? Oh, I've lost track of days. I really have. I hate it when things go wrong. Tell as well, I even took the the car density in the game down to the lowest it could be, which is like 1.0, which is default. I'm thinking, it's just got too much traffic on the road. But no, it would even that. So I've had to bump that back up to, I think it's 3.0 in the, was it G_traffic in the developer module. Now if you've never turned that on in the game and you want to do a few things, then that's the place you do. But you know, be sure to make sure that you take note of what settings you've changed, as you can seriously fuck up your game if you start messing with stuff you don't know. It's nice to see a few well-known trucks as well that I recognise. Anyway, we're mad of him. Really is nice looking down at my OBS and not having the microphone volumes going like that, as well as the desktop audio. It's brilliant. So when I shut up, so what we've done is a thing called ducking. So when I talk, game volume really goes down. When I shut up, the volume goes back to where it was. So we'll try that now. So in talking, the truck volume's really gone down. If we go the other way, and the truck volume's gone back to where it should be. It's absolutely fantastic what you can do with OBS with a little bit of help. And I'm going to get these settings applied to my other PC, because that's the love of OBS. You can take everything and transfer it over to another PC and it'll work exactly the same. So rather than me sit here and sort that other PC out and the microphone, you can do it, just copy and paste it. But what they call assets, so if you've used any pictures, like I've used a little border round my PC, around my webcam, sorry. I've got to make sure I transfer that with the files that I'm going to be transferring, if that makes sense. What am I indicating? Come on. One thing I'm looking forward to trying is doing VR when I've got this new RAM installed. As when I was speaking to the guys from Scan Computers, I was saying, like, you know, sometimes my PC cuts out, and we was like saying, well, it could be this and it could be that, but it's more likely I'm using up the memory of my graphics card. See, if some people are unaware of this, and I'm only aware of it because of sorting the problems out the last couple of weeks. When you come to encoding video, whether it's using what I'm doing now, live streaming, or if I record it, you have two settings. One, to use the graphics card to do all the rendering, or use the both. Yeah. Now for this, because my graphics card runs out of memory, so the game, if the game takes like 90% of your graphics card memory, then you've only got like 20% for it to also trying to render, yeah? So of course you're asking too much. So then you change over to the H.64 codecs, yeah? And not using NVIDIA's own. But say if you have one of these iSpec 4090 graphics card, which is the flagship at the moment by NVIDIA, then you can do it because you've got like 26 meg or 24 meg of video memory. So it should be ample, you know, to run and do the encoding. So what it is, this new codex uses less power, smaller files, but of better quality. But the one I'm using, the H.264, uses my processor. Now I've got a decent processor in here, and the graphics card ain't that bad, even though it's 2 series down. It can still do the business. It's just that the onboard memory, it ain't a lot. So with combining the both, a bit from the processors and a bit from the graphics card, I'm even in the loader to do things. Now with the H.264 you have presets. Now I'm only using 20% of my CPU to render this out live. Now I've got 60 frames, I've got no drop frames at all, 0 drop frames.
Get ready to turn.
And now it's running smooth because I can actually see, you know, what's going on OBS and what's going out on YouTube. Okay, there's a delay. The only reason why there's a delay is because I'm using 2560 by 1440, which is 2K res. Again, still watchable. And if I went lower and used 1920 by 1080, which is just standard high definition, the quality would be there, but the lag between me and YouTube could be slightly low. So if people was talking, it'd be instant, yeah?
To turn right.
Now you get this instancy when I'm using on Twitch, because the bandwidth you can only use 8,000 to upload, where I'm using 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 megabytes per second at the moment to upload this, to get that quality as good as it can get. So I'll tell you what, you really learn a lot when you have problems and you're searching for stuff on the internet to improve or to solve your issue. It's a fantastic, but it does fry your brain a bit. You think, Jesus, what's all, you know, trying to take it all in. But we get there. Right, I'm gonna have to probably reverse. I thought we would. That car ain't helping. Might have to go around and do this a little bit more. Let's have another swing at it. Until we done this for a little bit, I'd have done that for school. If you don't succeed, try and try again, there's the old saying. I need a good toiter. The only thing that I fucked up is the track IR. Touch wood. Never fails with that track IR. Right then. Whoa, I think we got a little bit too tight then. That'll do for me. Right, get that off. Let's get another job on the go. Right, it's only a small one, that one. Right, let's see where we're going next. Right, continue. Oh, I should have had a look what jobs, but never mind. Right, let's go to the front gate. Let's go and have a look what we've got next. See a few trailers dotted about. I bought the trailer DLC, being like all tankers and stuff. I don't think I've actually used it yet. But it's there, if I do. Right, let's see what's available. So, let's have a look what freight is. Now don't forget freight, don't get... Oh, that's too far. No. Let's have a look on... Forgot because we're using now what you call it, well, the truck job. Talking of trailers, there's one for we. Know what, let's have a look where these are going. That's taking us to Estonia. We've got a nice deal. Now we don't go back to France. Let's have a look what we've got. That's too short. We want some half decent and make a good stream. That's a longer. So I've got to think of wee brakes. Right, let's do that one. I ain't that bad, 523 miles. So let's begin. Now I'm probably going to drive to where it is. That adds. Wait, it's actually here. Right, so again, these are things that you can actually do with Euro trucks, and it's really worth doing with your cabs. If you look where it says 528 or 528, I think that's the time. Underneath that's the number. Now if I press my button, it's gone back to 0. So that has now zeroed my miles in the truck for this, you know, for the start of it. So we've got to do 528 miles. Oh, you know, without looking actually in the game and thinking, how long have I got left to do? If you remember how many miles we've got, then that will show up, oh, we've only got so many miles to travel. Just means if you've got, you know, a button box or something you can configure to actually do it, because we all run out of buttons on the wheels. And to be fair, with things like your trucking game, you run out of bloody buttons on a button box, all you could do with 2 of them. Anyway.
Let's do this.
Right, so we'll fill up at the petrol station on the way. We've got a bit of traffic outside. It looks like we've got been nudging ourselves. My 3 point lot of traffic could be a bit of a pain now. Right. Just I've nudged out fair enough. Yep, stay there, mate. That's how you get out of places when they won't let you out. That's why that top mirror is really useful. When you need to get out of tight situations. Right then. I see we've only done sort of like 1 mile. So it's 5:38. It's just gone to 2 miles now. See how useful this is?
Turn right.
One of these days I'm going to sit here and do a manual on everything there are lanes with this and see if it'll help people. Because I know a lot of people really enjoy this game. I know I do. Even though I have a little moan once in a while. I really enjoy the game. Hours and hours I've put into this. Oh, come on. Help if it can get my foot into gears. I'll tell you what. It's amazing when you don't come on the net and stream for a bit, right? Or you don't use your equipment. All my pedals needed configurating. I mean, I was pressing my clutch in and I was like missing the clutch every time. That had to be done with Fanatec software and bloody my accelerator pedal plus my brake. But again as well, you don't really try and stream in the daytime. Not at the moment, it's too warm. And I don't want to be fancying frying my PC, you know.
Get ready to turn left.
So hence why, you know, put a couple of videos out just to let you know I'm still here. But because it's cooler of a night, hence why I'm doing a few streams now, or doing a big live stream tonight, as it's cooler. And I thought putting a fan next to my computer would help. It don't help at all. It's best for just leave the computer doors shut and let it do its thing. Now my PCs are both off the ground, so the air can circulate round them. As you don't want to be putting your PC low down, let the air get round it. They'll get blocking, otherwise you'll be frying motherboards and shit like that, and that's something you don't want to be doing. If you've got a decent graphics card, they'll sort the fan speeds out. Anyway, well, we've done 20 miles so far. Don't seem it, but we have. If you look at the clock and what we have to do with this, oh shit me. I'll be pulling out on my truck. I was going to try and get over. Say tend in Euro, where you let them on slip roads, they suddenly crash into you. They thought like they got right away. I've noticed that a few times. As I should have got over to the second lane, but luckily he stopped and they crashed into me. What we've got with lights on. Right, we've got half a tank of fuel. So when we can find somewhere to fill up, we will do. Etzel or Hitzel.
Keep right.
Be good if you could pronounce half of these names. Rockwell. Fire safe installation. Never even heard of it till now.
Exit right.
traffic a little bit. You actually get like little traffic jams like this. Otherwise, it's just driving on dead roads, which is something I call really like doing. I do like a little bit of traffic. But there's probably got a few plugins out as well now, seeing as we have been doing a lot. I call go because he call go. Great 8. That's something you wouldn't do, mate. You just wouldn't stop just to give him wait for me, but hey. At least they do. That's all I can say. $46 miles out of 528 we got to do, and 200 of them. And Spencer going over across a ferry. Now I ain't sure whether that ferry crossing mileage will go on the truck. That'll have a look at that in a minute. Even I ain't too sure about that. Now it's coming up for 7:30 at night, I think. I think it's going to look a little bit dark. I don't know how far or how long it's going to take us to drive to this here. Use the cruise control all I can. Oh, we ain't that far away now and see it here. Another thing I've bought as well is a few more trains. Oh, look at that for a coast. And that's for Train Simulator 3 and Train Simulator Classic. So expect a few of them. I know it ain't everybody's cup of tea, me trains, but it breaks up the gameplay. Yeah, some absolutely fantastic train journeys that I've bought. Also bought a few American ones as well, not any English. When you can go and do the American Underground.
Go straight on.
It looks really good. It really. Plus, Dovetail, who make Train Simulator games, they give us a free DLC, which is the French trains, high speed. Man, they go. They really, really do travel. Again, I ain't done none of the scenarios in them. Just wish, and I keep saying I wish that game was in VR. It would be absolutely awesome, but again, it's not been optimised well enough, so it does stutter. If you watch some of the previous streams that I've done on the trains, sometimes it'll just stutter, and they feel that that would cause issues with VR, hence why it ain't in the game. And the community, every time they put a little request out for VR, it's a priority. So I don't think the game will ever get VR. Saying that, we never thought we'd get VR in F1 game. Again, that ain't brilliant, but it's there. Again, that's out as well. The new F1. I don't think I'll be buying it. I've got 4 versions of F1, and I ain't really played them, so. I once I've set up my stuff and put it in the places where it should be, I think we'll be doing a lot more.
Get ready to turn left.
Because my gear will be shifting
Turn left.
ever again. We'll put it in 2 weeks' time. That's where it'll stay forever. Right then, when we got to head over towards the to the anchor then. As I've got all little lights to put on the sim rig. I've got 3 cameras and green screen stuff. Oh, there's loads to be done with it. So it's all good. Oh, that's where we're heading.
Finding.
Gothenburg, I think it's called. Right, it's gone night time. And now that mileage, I gone on to our miles we've done so far in the truck. I thought that might have changed, but no it ain't. So it'll only show drivable miles, not actual miles, what we've done in the game.
Go straight on.
Something different what you know, ain't it? And I'm happy to see that my little plug-in for the dimmed lights still works. Thanks to my old mucker Bob Step, who gave me an heads up on that. It still works. Just that little plug-in adds a little bit of stuff to the games. So the next time I'll probably do a stream, you'll probably find that I've gone into my big list of stuff and had a look what plugins. As I always like a good little folder of plugins. I mean, with all the stuff, I took everything off, thinking, you know, it's a bloody problem. I even deleted it and all. So we had all the graphics, a bloody lot there. But again, I don't need 8K resolution. It don't really change much to the game, so it's pointless having all them. Anyway, to the 2 people that I'm looking, does the audio sound any better than previous? As you know, don't be shy, come and say hello. Let me know how it sounds. Does it sound better? Is it got worse?
Get ready to exit left.
I know I call here now a microphone, I can see that, so hopefully it should be a big improvement on the last time I streamed live. That's what these are for, to keep you awake if you was driving properly, like how the lights do one miss one, do one miss one. And it does when you're in sim racing as well. That change in the lights keeps your brain going. Right, we've got to slow down. I'll hit them. Now why I did the old hazards, right, as you would in real life, but in the game, if the car's behind you, they will back off the sea hazard lights. Something else I learnt with the game. as well. Don't look so dark for some reason. Now it is dark, but it just... Now sometimes it went really, really dark where you couldn't see nothing at night time, but again, that might be something they've done their end, SCS software.
Straight on.
At the moment it looks good. And that's rare for me to praise them up, but hey. You gotta give people praise if they're doing things right. Right, we're just hitting Stockholm. Giving we distance from the guy in front. Now I do believe the mileage that it says on them signs, we had like 399 miles in real well, but and game, that's how far we're away from them. So, I've noticed that. We've got a petrol station coming up and we've got like a quarter less than that of a tank. So we'll go and fill up with diesel. Otherwise we'll be conking out halfway through the stream. We've done that many a time. Right, let's go and fill up. I'd have forgot about that, you know. Not filling up. It's easy done to drive past the petrol stations. Like, oh shit, there's the petrol station that I should have stopped at. Anyway, I'm done. Let's get it filled up. Keep me on the road. I would say, and keep me trucking. Oh yeah, I thought I'd lost it. It's alright. Now I've always said on my motherboard, the lighting lets me know when I'm full up of diesel because it goes green. Again, with putting the graphics card in and something else that does the motherboard, I thought I'd lost my green lighting, but no, that still stayed, thank God. So that's the last thing. It's a little bit of software called Aurora. It's ever so good. I'll get back up to 50 miles now. It's gone a little bit darker now due to having no overhead lights, right? This must be a roadblock of some kind. Now the road goes into 1. It's 43, as I say. I'm even learning the speeds before you get to like 90s, 50 mile an hour. 70s 43. Play it that long, you don't even have to look at the signs. Roughly. You can just see the road mark and think, right, that's where I need to be next time. Back to 43, see? Now truck back to 50 mile an hour. Takes a little bit of time to build that speed back up. back into 2 lanes. Whoop.
Go straight on.
We've gone back to 50 mile an hour.
Go straight on.
Morning to my one viewer. How you doing?
Go straight on.
That's where I'm heading towards is Stockholm. I could be wrong. Still got another 300 mile to travel before we reached our destination. feeling starting to come in now with the game. Love how the transition from night to morning or from day to night on that game. So subtle. It really is good at times. This is box standard. There's no better graphics or anything in this, just box standard vanilla. And it still looks good. It's going to be a mighty fine day. Ja, that's it done. Stockholm, 146 miles away. Parker that for a day break, eh? As they come through. an accident. The helicopter's in the sky again. Yep, there it is. On the other side of the carriage. You can always tell there's an accident when there's an helicopter in the sky. It's good how you can hear it as well. For fuel. We don't need to sleep because it's coming into morning now, so hey, it's all good. Nice to know everything's travelling as it should do. Nice steady 50 mile an hour. No traffic jams, no pile-ups, no crashes, no nothing. Brilliant. No drop frames with the streaming. Audio's perfect. And I'm getting 60 frames a second. Not a much more I could wish for. Scania place, Sweden, the home of Scania. There's an actual job to take items to that place as well. I think I've done it once. Down a bit as I'm gaining on the driver in front, and I shouldn't really be doing that unless the traffic in front of him's going a little bit busy. Slow me straight down. Down and get back to the 50 mile an hour because I'm doing, or I was doing 10 mile below the speed limit. That's when cars start to overtake you at times. Just coming into Stockholm. Or we ain't that far away anyway.
Keep right and then exit right. Exit right.
I'm going up and over. signs for Oslo.
Keep right. Exit right.
Wait for this lorry to go, and hopefully be able to get past him. That's it. He goes, everybody goes. And nobody gets crashing into anybody else that way. Okay, now we've got 2 crossings on the ferry. I thought I'd only got 1.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Remember where we gotta go? So it's that one. I couldn't remember. So this is the second one.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
It was into a stone here.
Get ready to turn right.
Some days in before training.
Turn right.
Yeah, even at the depot, yep.
Go straight on.
tell you I ain't done much driving around this area.
Go straight on.
It's some of it's still, a lot of it's still great.
Turn right. Go straight on.
seen that on the map come up where we've got to end for, so I thought I'd get over now. I was going into one anyway. Let's wait and see.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Roundabout. Take the second exit. Exit now. Go straight on. Turn left.
I don't think I've been before.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
There we are, folks. Now am I going to get into here? There we have it, folks. Another trailer done and dusted. Right, I hope you enjoyed this little stream this morning. I can say this morning now because it's 2:10 in the morning here in the UK. I do believe it's Saturday. Could even be Sunday for all I know. I've lost track of days anyway. Till next time, as we always say in the Black Country, do it all a bit. See you later.